Welcome back to my Space Engineer Survival with Drakaul, or Drakaul, however you want to say it, I don't care. Well, the first thing you're going to notice is that the skybox has changed, because the planet was there and I just felt it was, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, because I'm surviving as the role-playing and stuff, it just didn't seem right. The second thing you're going to notice is that my base has changed quite a bit since the last video. The reason for that is because I use a program to record called DX Story. And one of the things that you have is the option of recording video channels, or audio channels rather. And I had 3 channels turned on, but there were only 2 inputs to it. So it was giving me an initializing error that I didn't notice until just today. So roughly, I don't know, 5-6 hours of gameplay is no longer here. Um, I'm pretty sure Electro was built. I'm pretty sure I know the bug was built, and I know Zip was built. But this is new. No, I don't think you guys saw Electro because I built this after that, and I put in a light because I noticed the videos were quite dark, and I'm gonna start putting spotlights on all vehicles so that way I can turn them on and kind of brighten the world up just a little bit. And I'm using my character lights as well. Hopefully, this will help with the darkness of the world. Now, to talk about these, this ship is basically me rebuilding my very first survival ship, which I called Sparky. It was a cargo ship, which is what this one's function is going to be as well. Um, I built a new mining ship out of the large drills in a large ship, and it's got a refinery on board and everything else. It's ticking away, happy as could be. It has materials in it that it's processing, or it should be processing. Yeah, see, there's processing them. It is based on a construction that I built in creative mode, but I had to cut down on some of the parts because the one I had in creative mode actually had an outer layer heavy armor shell. And since I can't really afford that, or I couldn't really afford that when I was constructing it, I decided to just, put on a bare mechanics of the necessities. And occasionally the back end gets dented when you're tunneling through stuff, but I don't know how to fix that at the moment. I may put more drills on it further back, so that way it's actually creating a secondary drilling point. So like just before these, I may put in an extra layer of drills along the outside layer, and that may fix that problem. I'm not 100% sure whether it will or not, but it's something I might try. Apart from that, that's the new thing. This is the station. I attached the ship to a station because of that incident where it was drifting, and when I was trying to figure out whether or not controls could go through connectors. That was really dumb of me, but it's okay. It worked out in the end. What else did I do? Oh, I captured a private sail, which I already flew past once. But so my character will be happy because there's food in this private sail, and he'll talk about that. And I'm going to use an excuse. Yeah, I know. You may not like it, but I I don't have a choice. Like I said, the video didn't capture, and I thought it was capturing, and I saved, and I'm like, oh, well, I went to go look at the videos, and, because I figured I'd do a post commentary for once. And you see, this is what happens when I try to do a post commentary. Everything goes wrong. So, first I'm going to unload some supplies here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the thing is that I'm not 100% sure if how long I can keep up the Survivor thing, or even if people like that. I don't know. I haven't really had a response about it either way. It's difficult to come up with new and keep it exciting and interesting, because when it gets boring for me, I know it's got to be boring for you guys. When I'm bored of it, you guys definitely have to be, because it's one of those things. It's like, but I don't know. And like I said, I'm building a new cargo ship here. That's what this is. I haven't decided if this is going to be its length or if I'm going to add more to it. And I am putting wings on it because I like wings, and I don't care if somebody else doesn't like wings. That's their problem. They don't have to put them on their ships. I'm putting them on mine. Anyway, they added batteries today to the... That's the wrong button. To the game, which is a really cool thing. They require a power cell. So let's go find out what a power cell requires. Production power cell. Silicone wafers, cobalt, ignates, and nickel. And iron, of course. Everything needs iron, though, it seems. Well, I mean, apart from explosives. I think everything else needs iron. Oh, computers, glass, and explosives. Yeah, so that's the only things that don't need iron. It's computers, glass, and explosives. Which was kind of funny because I have absolutely tons of iron. I was kind of surprised at how effective this ship actually is at mining. As you can see, I have tons of nickel, tons of this, and then absolute tons of iron. Here's the refined bit of iron there, so that'll have to get transferred later, but you know, it's monumental amount of material you can gather with this thing, which apparently I'm going to give a demonstration of because my suit energy is low. Okay, so let's see, what do I need? I need cobalt for that battery, right? Oh! Turn the drills on. As you can see, it does wiggle, but it's nowhere near like driving the bug. I mean, the bug is just like, it's a glitch. You feel like you're constant glitchness. The only issue with this ship is its size, because it's so big, getting it into some places is difficult. So ideally what you'd want to do is actually mine out the whole asteroid and not try to do what I'm currently doing and drive through the asteroid. Oh, what am I hitting? What am I hitting? Oh, there's a bit of an outcropping back there. I didn't see that. There we go. And you'll notice I do this a lot. I turn on my inventory and then I turn it off. And that's so that I can actually do this hands-free on the mouse. But I don't have to go through the menu and turn everything on and then turn it off to turn it off. I can actually just not touch the mouse button. And then when I click the mouse button again, it'll actually turn off the drills again. The way to do that is you start drilling, you keep your finger on the mouse, bring up your inventory, take your hand off the mouse, and then drop back out of that, and then don't touch the mouse until you're ready to turn off the drills again. It works for welding, grinding, shooting, basically everything. In fact, if you get out of this while this is on, you'll actually start placing or grinding or welding or shooting, whatever your hand happens to be on in person, and the ship will stop doing whatever it's doing. Also, they've updated the antennas so that you can have the broadcast range of the antennas. So let's say the bug is transmitting at 5,000 meters, which is the maximum they can do, and you go out to 5,000 meters. Well, Electro, let's say, only has a 100-meter broadcast range. It will actually show Electro and the bug up to that 5,000 meter out. And if you put down another piece of antenna equipment out there at the 5,000 meter mark, it'll actually transmit further along. So kind of like it's a jumping thing, you know, like a relay. I think that's all that I have to talk about. So we're going to hand the mic over to the engineer now. It's been 6 weeks since my last recording. I've managed to construct a mining device. I don't know what else to call it. It's a big drill. That's all that matters. I've managed to get my camera drone to work almost effectively. I've also managed to repair my receiver for the main ship. However, the transmitter is fried. There's no hope for it at all. I received schematics for battery packs, so that should be helpful. I'm currently gathering materials for those battery packs. This device has truly revolutionized my surviving here. For a while, I wasn't sure if I would ever be able to gather enough materials to do anything worthwhile. But now, I'm sure that one day, those pirates will pay. In other news, I've slightly let my moral ground slip. An unarmed transport came flying through the sector. It was abandoned. I suppose it's not really my morals slipping as much as it is me simply trying to survive. But one day, I'll be given a choice whether or not I should take a crew out for their transport, or if I should continue to try and forge my own world here. I don't know what choice I'll make then. My mind is slowly slipping to madness. Things that seemed so important yesterday don't seem to matter today. The good news is the transport had a fair supply of food and plenty of water. Thank every holy deity for that. I was beginning to worry that my filtration system would wear out before I had gotten some other source of water. And that would have been a miserable experience for me. I've begun work on a small cargo ship to help transport my supplies around the base. Because moving this giant worm through anything effectively is just not practical. The fuel expenses for it don't outweigh the... Well, it's just too damn hard, okay? You have any... I've had to fix so many dents in this damn thing because I've ran into walls or... Anyway. Currently, I think I have enough supplies for the moment. So I'm just going to pull this ship back. As I've built a refinery into it, it'll supply itself and repair and process the ores that I've gathered with it on its own. It has plenty of fuel. It will refine more fuel as it goes. I need to begin work on my cargo ship. In other news, I've thought of retrofitting Zip out with a few weapon systems just so that I can fend off scavengers and others. I'm not sure what to do with this private sail ship at the moment. Solar ship. I think I'll bring it inside though and power it down, as currently it gathering solar power does me no good. The reason it's parked outside is I was worried that it wouldn't fit through my asteroid. I may have to strip out some of the solar panels before I can move it in. It looks like that's going to be the case. However, there's one half built, or half destroyed, or twice as large as it needs to be solar panel. So I'll take that one out. Fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, The ship doesn't have an antenna array. So I still can't contact home. And none of my small constructions have the range to transmit to home. On other fronts, ships still seem to be coming through this sector quite regularly. I believe it's a pirate and mercenary trading route. It's definitely not on any of the charts back home. At least none of the ones I've read. On other fronts, well, I haven't really been looking into other fronts at the moment anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I need to put some lights on these ships. It's just too dark and dreary in this cave. Makes me feel like the walls are closing in on me. That feels better already. The only unfortunate side is that the light doesn't seem to be able to pierce through the dust cloud that's, it's not really dirt technically, I guess, but a dust cloud that's created by the mining bug. The lights don't seem to be able to pierce it. I'm not sure what kind of materials are in it, but, well, hell, if it was going to be harmful to me, I'd have figured it out by now, I'd think. There's supposed to be alarms or some kind of crazy shit in these suits that do that, right? Really wish I would have taken more courses on this. You never know what you'll need. That's what they always said. And look at me now. I have no idea what I should do at this point. Oh, right. I should probably finish this ship's schematic. At the very least, it'll help me relieve some boredom. Well, the platform came along nicely. I've got somewhere I can stand and walk around and build at least now. Even if I have, on occasion, possibly dropped a few supplies off the edge. They usually land in the rock down below, and usually I can find them. Occasionally they'll get lost, but, well, that's not something I can really do anything about. I mean, honestly, if the damn things want to get lost, they can get lost. I think what I'll do from this point on is bring the wings back, maybe. And bring them back into the main ship. Not sure what I'm going to do with all this empty space in the middle of them. I'll probably figure something out, though. Usually do. Maybe I'll store My adult entertainment magazine's in there. What? Hey, I live in space. Okay? Don't judge me. The last woman I saw was about... When you can't remember the last woman you saw, that's a sign that you need to quit your job. Especially if you're a space engineer. Although if I count chimps, I suppose it's only been a little... No, I shouldn't count those. I suppose talking to the recording is better than talking to myself. Because that guy's an asshole. No, really, he is. Wait a minute. You see, this is why you're supposed to take the visual engineering course. That way you don't have to redo everything again and again and again. You have any idea how many times I've placed these things, put them down, stretched out the metal, got it all ready to go, and then looked at it and went, well, damn it, that's in the wrong damn place. Right, excuse me for the rant. Where was I? Who cares? Not like it matters anyway. And that's it for that little bit of crazy. Mostly because I think that's about all the time I have for this episode. Well, I'll be around soon.